Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to D&CGaming Legion. My name is Dan.
And my name is Chris.
And in this video, we're going to break down the most recent update for Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. Now, this video is kind of late. It's been a few weeks since this update came out, but when this came out, we got so freaking pissed off, me especially, just because this is going to be a bit of a rant because of the stupid decisions they put in with this update. And I can't even. The stupidity is real. Like, when this game came out, there were so many things wrong with it, and BioWare Montreal, or whoever was in charge, got so much backlash for the stupid shit they did. Just, they keep making worse and worse decisions, and it's really getting to me. So, here we go. This is going to be a rant. Alright, so to start this off, the biggest stupid decision they've made is, first of all, this has been a problem since the multiplayer launched, and it's the cards. Like, there are too many of them. Especially the rarer ones and the ultra-rare ones. Like, there's too many of them, and the loot pool is too great, and you have to get them 10 times each. So, with the most recent update, which is what this is about, they added 2 new characters. They added the Batarian guy, who is a rare level card. So that's 10 new rare cards you have to sift through in the entire loot pool, which there's a lot. And then there's the new Angara guy, who's in the ultra-rare class. So that's 10 new ultra-rares you have to sift through. Now, if you've been playing this game, you know that when you buy the packs, your chances of getting these are not very high. And even if you buy the newer packs that they've added, that are specialized towards getting characters easier or getting weapons easier, you're not guaranteed the character you want. And the more characters they add this way, it's just going to increase the loot pool. So if you're trying to get a specific character, you're less likely to get him because the loot pool is so big. And that's a problem.
To add on to that, depending on how long you have been playing this game is also gonna factor into, like, your chances of getting this stuff. If you're recently playing this game, like, say, now, and getting into the multiplayer, you have a huge loot pool ahead of you for, like, characters and weapons you have to unlock. If you've been playing from start, it might not be as big because you've unlocked most of the stuff already, but the point is, it's just unfair to the new players who might have just be getting into this right now.
So, 20 new characters for cards isn't that much of a big deal. I mean, it's annoying, yes, but here's the real problem: the weapons. There's 205 weapon variants in the game. That's 2,050 cards you have to sift through in order to, try to get the one you want. That's a large loot pool, and that's not acceptable. Now, you might be saying, alright, well, you're not taking into consideration most people only use rare and ultra-rare weapons. Okay, I'll give you that. That's true. But, I mean, some people might want to use the commons or the uncommon weapons. And the fact that they've added so many new variants that have just minuscule differences is just beyond stupid.
But yeah, essentially there's 3 variations for each weapon, which would be Siphon, Bulwark, and Concussive. And all they do is Siphon essentially restores health, Bulwark gives you more damage resistance for you and your allies, and Concussive just makes it where when you hit an enemy's weak spot, or kill them by hitting them in the weak spot, they explode. So, while these are helpful and handy, it's not worth having to get all these weapons again, and then level them up to level 10 again, just to get this minor bonus that you may or may not even want, depending on the character you're playing as, and so on.
Look at it this way. Say you're trying to get the Vanquisher, because it was, the top-tier sniper rifle for a while. I know they nerfed it, but say you're trying to get a specific version of the Vanquisher. That's a 1 in 2,050 chance of getting it. And that might be less if you're just buying the packs with the rare weapons. So, we'll do the math and we'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so we did the math. And there's 100 rare cards in the game. So say you're trying to get a specific rare weapon, like the Vanquisher, for instance, like we said. That's 1,000, count them, 1,000 cards that you have to get. That's half of the loot pool that you have to go through trying to get one specific weapon. And it's all RNG based, which is stupid and a video for another time, but this just proves why RNG is the worst system in the world. Because with a gigantic loot pool like this, it is going to take you forever to try to get the weapon you want, unless you're incredibly, incredibly lucky.
On top of that, if you want to have it at its best, you have to get it 10 times. So the odds of getting the weapon, if you do get it again, are really, really difficult because of just how many different versions of all these different weapons they added with this recent update. So good luck getting that.
Now, let's say you're trying to get an ultra rare weapon. These are usually some of the best weapons in the game, which is why they're ultra rare. But their loot pool is pretty big too. There's 64 ultra rare weapon cards. That's 640 cards you have to try to get through. Now, if you're trying to get the Black Widow, say, that's a lot of friggin' cards to go through. Again, I mean, it's not as much as the rares, but still, it's unacceptable and it's unnecessary. With these updates for these weapons that changes their variation to Bulwark, Siphoned, and Concussive, they don't need to be extra cards. They just needs to be like weapon mods that you can attach to the weapon individually. It would have saved so much time and effort, and it would have cut the grind down so much.
Yeah, he pretty much just summarized what I was actually going to say. It's just that before this update, there wasn't as many things to unlock, so your chances of getting what you were like trying to get were much better, and you felt like you were making progress if you kept playing the game long enough. Now, it's just like you just climbed a mountain and they just pushed you off, and now you gotta climb back up again.
And it just keeps getting worse from here, folks. There's 26 new weapon mods in the game. Now, you might be thinking, well, they're just weapon mods. What's the big deal? It just increases the loot pool even further. That's 260 more cards you have to sift through. And you have to get them 10 times, which is stupid, but at the same time kind of necessary because they buff your weapons in ways that really help, especially on Platinum that they just added with this update. So we did the math again, and there's 120 new rare level cards for your weapon mods. Now, on top of the 640 that were there from just the weapons themselves, that's 760 rare cards you have to sift through just to get your weapons the way you want them. That's a lot. It's unnecessary, I've said that, but it really is, and I don't see a reason behind it. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, it's not so bad now that they've added these new packs to the store, like the Arsenal pack that gives you a chance for at least 2 rare weapons, or whatever it is, or the Reserves pack that gives you a better chance for characters, or even the Apex pack that guarantees you 1 ultra rare and 1 rare. And, you know, in some sense, you'd be right, but at the same time, they're so overpriced that it almost doesn't balance out the grind at all. It makes it worse, if anything. And on top of that, the Apex pack is usually only for a limited time, and then they take it away, and then they put it back. I don't know how it works, but it's stupid. And these packs cost so many credits that the time you take to save for them, you could be doing something else. It's just pointless, in my opinion. Like, it makes the grind worse, or at the very least, not improved. So, you can say what you want, but the boxes don't even out the amount of cards that you have to go through to try to get what you want. So let's talk about Platinum for a second. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it gets you a lot more credits. I think it gets you over 120,000, somewhere in that area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it gets you enough to buy at least 1 Arsenal or 1 Reserves pack per time you beat it and extract the full team, usually. So, that's fine. You can say, alright, well, you beat 1 round of Platinum, you can buy a box. But 1 box per round of Platinum, that probably takes about a half hour or more, depending on how well your team is doing, and you have to extract your full team to get the maximum benefit. It's just, it takes so much time to do that for 1 box that guarantees you 2 items out of a loot pool of over 2,000 cards. That's unacceptable, in my opinion. And what's even worse is the Apex box is 600,000 credits. So if you want that ultra rare item, you really want to get that chance boosted to get the one you want, it's 600,000 credits. That's at least 5 Platinum matches that you have to extract your whole team on. That is just ridiculously stupid, and I think the reason they do it that way is because they want you to buy it with Andromeda points for microtransactions. So, it's bad business practicing, and I can't stress enough how bad that is for the industry and how much it makes the community hate your game. It really just makes it worse. Okay, so one last thing that really irritates me is, in the item store, they have these 2 things that you can spend mission funds on to be guaranteed 1 ultra rare or 1 rare character, depending on which one you're trying to get. But, you know, you have to pay mission funds for them, and you get those so slowly, it's almost probably faster to go grind platinum and buy the packs with credits. You know, it's like pick your poison. Would you rather grind out mission funds offline and take weeks to get your character while your mission funds accumulate over the weeks of, you know, not having to play it? Or would you rather grind out platinum and try your luck with the boxes that way? It almost doesn't matter at all. It's really stupid.
Yeah, because again, as he said, like, you know, even if you do have enough mission funds to buy one of those, like, you know, packages or whatever, it still is not guaranteed. Like, it's not like you could just pick which character you want to get. It's still in the loot pool. So even if you do save up enough, you're still not guaranteed anything. It's just all luck based at that point.
Alright, so I think this video has gone on long enough.
Hold the phone, Danny. We're not done just yet. This is an update, something I discovered after we recorded all our audio. So, something they added that we missed was called veteran bonuses. And essentially what a veteran bonus is it's for the characters. What it essentially does is it allows it where now you can get characters beyond rank 10. So you know how originally you get to rank 10 for a character and then that's it? You never get them again, which, you know, makes the loot pool a little smaller? Well, guess what? They just undid that. Now you can get a character more than just once. I mean, more than rank 10, excuse me. So, essentially, what that means is it just made the loot pool huge again. And they did this for every single character, mind you, including the commons and uncommons. Now, I don't know how many times you can keep getting a character beyond rank 10, but out of curiosity, I opened some loot crates, and I managed to get one of my characters to rank 15, mind you, rank 15. That means that at the very least, you can get a character 15 times before they're out of the loot pool. But there's still a good chance that you could potentially get them more than just, say, 15 times. What if it's 20? Hell, what if it's unlimited? Who knows? But the point is, it just made the loot pool even longer than it needed to be. And that's a load of bullshit. This is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen BioWare ever make. Period.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back. And it's weighing down heavy on me, and it's not okay. Can you help a nigga out and just stop this? Please?
Alright, that's it. There you go, update out. Back to the normal video.
You guys are probably sick of hearing me complain. I know I am, because I'm sick of thinking about all these horrible choices that the game developers made when implementing this game design stuff. So, just to wrap up, the way they have this system is really stupid, and there are way too many cards in the game. Like, if you want to try one of the new characters or weapons, I say good luck getting them, because it's probably not going to happen for a very, very long time, and you're probably going to have to dedicate way too much of your time to grinding in this game to get the boxes to try to get your character or your weapon. So, that's all I really have to say. The whole system is stupid, and it really makes me not want to play this game anymore, because it's just not fun if I can't get the things I want without having to spend countless hours that I'll never get back grinding. So, you have anything to add?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it on the head right there. It's just, the system really is stupid. The grind just got even more ridiculous than it already was, and it was an unnecessary, like, update, adding all these different, you know, versions of the weapons to the loot pool, only making it worse, so, yeah.
So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments below. If you think I'm an asshole, let me know in the comments below. I'll take it into consideration next time I make a rant video, but this really pissed me off, and I feel like it had to be said. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see more of our videos, and we'll see you next time.